Good morning, everybody. How's everyone doing today? It's Tuesday, right? We're gonna have our last day of Apex giveaways going on here. Last day of the 80% off sale plus pass in 1 day. A lot of people have been asking me, what does pass in 1 day mean, Tanya? It just means that, like, with futures prop firms, some of them typically have, like, you have to have at minimum a certain amount of trading days. Like, typically with Apex, it's like 7 trading days. Some other ones are like, you know, you can't make more than 50% of your profit on 1 day. Well, here, during this sale, today's the last day, that if you hit your profit target the first day, is my mic working now? It was working before. Good morning. If you hit your profit target the first day, then you pass. Okay, cool. Yes, so we're giving away 3 50K Apex accounts. Today's the last day of the 80% off sale, and the pass in 1 day, where if you hit your profit target the first day, if you hit the profit target today, then you pass the account and you can trade your funded account tomorrow. Yep. Cool. Just make sure everything's situated here. So what happened overnight here for NQ? Not really much. Okay. There we go. My funded futures, and I also have Apex connected. And yeah, we're good. We're Gucci. Not really much happened. I mean, we took out yesterday's London load that we had marked out here during, I guess, Asia. We have this buy side up here where there are like 2 equal highs that we never hit from the afternoon on Friday. Pretty happy I left. We got our bread here during the 10 a.m. silver bullet and left because the rest of the day was very choppy here on the 15-minute, right? Very ugly. We have we have consumer confidence at 10 a.m. I believe, which is high impact news at 10. So I always mark that out with a little red indication. Put an indication. Just thinking about Bob Ross. It's like, let's put a little indication of a trail over here. I used to watch him in like college to just relax. I do like have a few paintings I do, but I will not share them because I do believe that there are some things that you should do that doesn't like look for approval from a wider audience or something, right? Otherwise, everything will be performative. That's enough. What do you guys think? Up or down and open? Let's see. Start a poll. Painting giveaway? Nah. I do have one I gave to my parents. They actually have it framed. And if I didn't put my signature in the left hand corner, people would not really believe it's mine. Which is also like why I wouldn't share it, because I don't really need to prove myself for freaking painting on social media. Post a picture myself the other day and someone said it was AI. Okay, so we have buy side up here. I mean, we took this. Yeah, this could be another sell side. I don't know. It's not really clean action here. We're near all-time highs. Good morning. Yes, looking slightly stronger. Let's check that out. What happened with my... Okay, cool. Hmm. 4 minutes until open. I'm always... I did my little mental game, like, warm-up on brainhq.com before this. It was pretty hard today. Did anyone do the exercise today? Yeah, 10 a.m. high impact news. This high above, you're asking, is this an intermediate term high? This one or this one? I would say this one's intermediate term high. Like a balance and imbalance. I would say this one's short term because it's like lower than this one. This is a higher high in between these, but this one filled an imbalance. So I feel like we close above this, like we'll go higher. Let me check this out real quick. Upper bearish day. I'm thinking about this for the the month is coming to a close. Right? There's 2 more days in the month. There's 2 more days in the month. You're closing above this. I'll have that as a level just in case. But I mean, that's quite a few ways down lower. Previous month high. It's the weekly. Right, we're still in last week's range. Honestly, okay, we're holding the upper part, so I am more like inclined to be bullish, but we could also just have an inside week. Right, 2 small candle bodies. Today we have high impact news. Could be a large bodied day towards the upside. We'll definitely see and monitor that. Have some water. Ooh, almost 2,000 people hit the like button. We're gonna do the giveaway, and we typically do it like around 10:45, 11, probably after when my first trade is over, if I take one. I'll send out like a Google form. Let's turn on the end logs for a moment. Yeah, I'm always looking at the other indices as well. Someone just asked that. I don't know if you were here yesterday, but like I'm gonna post the short on YouTube and a reel on Instagram showing the trade yesterday. pretty much called it to the T. Who was here yesterday? It looked like I had a crystal ball. I was really just calling price perfect. Anyway, open, move down. What I'm interested in seeing is like how much, like if it's going to be a large candle to the upside, like we shouldn't spend a lot of time below the opening, you know, if today's like a trend day. It's like, it could also be Tuesday low of the week type of day. Wednesday low of the week type of week. We'll have to see. So far, reached into this little imbalance and it got bought up here. So it's just NWOGs. Okay. Do we have like a gap up? Not really. I mean, I think we're filling it now. We did have a little bit. Okay. Opening range gap. Right, so we're just in the middle of the range. Not too interested in anything right now. Taking a look at ES. Not much. So typically, I mean, always when there's 10 a.m. news, like I'll definitely wait until 10. That is my favorite kind of high impact news, when there's news at 10. Okay. Not much to write home about in the first like 3 minutes of the day. I didn't take any sell side or buy side here. So staying on the 15-minute, gonna keep me safe. But I just like put out maybe like a range from like just push up from Asia. Pretty sloppy push up, but like here's a fair value gap and a discount plus an order block here. I'll mark that out. Like a swing low into a fair value gap. That's typically where liquidity lies. And there's the opening range gap here to fill. ICT is here. Good morning. Okay, thank you. Good luck, good trading, and be safe. Yeah. Yep. Yesterday was not like the easiest day for trading. I mean, it was something where you had to understand it was high resistance liquidity run conditions, so it wasn't going to go for London low. It was going to reverse. So you go for the buy side after taking some sell side here. Like someone had asked me on Twitter, like, hey, we took buy side. Like, why did you go for the long yesterday? Well, like, to me, this wasn't really a buy side taken type of thing. Like, it took like just this 830 high. And it was high resistance liquidity run conditions, which means like typically after taking one side of liquidity, it's going to reverse and take the other, and then like the other, you know. So basically did that yesterday. Even so, we did really well. Who was here yesterday? Someone said YM losing its pants right now. That's too good. It's too funny. Right, we're always looking at the other indices. Yeah, YM is bleeding lower. It's below London lows and Asia lows. Interesting. Really not much to write home about here on NQ. It's still in the middle of the range, so you just don't want to get chopped up while this is happening. That's ugly, right? So I'm not just like watching the 1 minute. Always start the day off looking at the 15. So like the idea is, right, if we are going to have a large range day to the upside, if we could have another small body candle. I mean, what is happening this week anyway? Someone said it's NFP Friday. No, it's not. I don't know why someone told me that. Friday is just ISM manufacturing on 10 a.m. I understand why you might think so, because like typically the first Friday of the month is NFP, but it's next week. Okay. So today, tomorrow, Thursday, and Friday, we have all high impact news. So it should be like a good trading week, in my opinion, you know, like good action. So the idea is like, you know, this is a fair value gap and a discount of this push up. If we were to like have a move to the upside, shouldn't spend too much time in here. We should maybe like dip here and then go to the upside. We'll see. It's about to be, it's 9:38, so we'll see what the reaction is here at the sell side. Sell side into a fair value gap. Someone says could be consolidation midweek profile. Could be. Where's yesterday's low? For Monday? It's pretty much where I put London low. From yesterday, but we'll move that to yesterday's low. Right, so market hasn't been too easy to trade. Except unless like, you know, you were a buyer on Thursday, which is pretty good. Pretty good day. Right, we've sort of in the same range the past couple weeks. So I've marked out yesterday's low here. In case it does want to go here, but... So we took out sell side here into the midpoint of this 15-minute fair value gap. Ba-da-dum-bum, ba-da-dum-bum. Okay, let me just think for one moment. Okay. We still have news, it's in 20 minutes. So it's not really looking like that my idea is going to play out just by like me thinking about the way the structure's happening now that we're taking that sell side at like 940, like I would have wanted it to be taken out just a little bit at 10 a.m. So it looks like we're probably going to head for this low. Yesterday's low, London low. I'll see what ends up happening. You know, you have YM still like leaking lower. Yeah. So if you think that this is like some sort of MMSM on the 15 with like this like high, lower highs, round dip, this is like your distribution lower. If it's like breaking the 50%, you know what I'm saying? It's closing below. So it's likely going to go for this low here. Tanya trades. If there are no red news, what time do you wait for it to start trading? If there's no red news, you know, 10 a.m. It depends on the structure. Sometimes I will take a trade from 9:30 to 9:40. Like, no, typically like the earliest I'll trade is like 9:45. Someone says looks like SMT with DXY. Interesting. I don't know. DXY has not been the easiest. Yeah, likely we go here. But, you know, there's no sell for me. There was no buy side grab or anything. The only idea, like, would have been, like, meh. I mean, there's not really any idea for me to take any sort of sell here. Okay, so you have more liquidity here. And here. So yesterday's low. Monday's low. I wonder why it's like denoted that way when like the London low is actually like here. This is like Sunday's low. I guess Sunday open is counted as Monday. Yeah, I'd rather just put them here. Like these are kind of equal lows here. It's totally fine for me to miss out on. I mean, like, this is kind of uglier action on the hourly. And the daily, this is a daily fair value gap. So it's kind of just hanging around in here. From here to here, you know, there's no body closed in here. We wicked it and then we just held around yesterday. So I wonder what today is going to be. It will like provide sentiment for the rest of the week. Whether we have like a body closing in here. You know, I will look at that. We have like a body close below 50% of this. Like that's going to be some like narrative that like we probably going to go for this low in here. But if we hold up, especially like with wicks and things like that, then more likely to go for upside, you know? It's just like if this, then that type of thing where you're watching price action in that way. Maybe I'll like denote it here. Denote it with like by drawing the fib and then just drawing a line there, 34.50. Maybe a previous month high around in this area too. All right, let's see what's happening here. I mean, we're still holding up quite decently here on Q, so it doesn't really look like to me. We'll find out what happens. You know, you have another 15-minute fair value gap and a discount. but like, you know, it looks heavy. We closed below like 50% of this move up. I would more likely to be inclined to think we're going for lows than like for back to the highs here. Good afternoon from Kenya. Good afternoon, Kenya. Wow, 2,600 people watching. Very cool. Hit that like button. We're going to do giveaways of Apex accounts in around an hour. Around 10:30, I'll release the Google form. Today is the last day. For 80% off, you can use Tanya Trades code at checkout, and you can pass in just one day if you reach the profit target. A lot of people ask me like, why, you know, which prop firms do you use, and like, why do you use a few of them? Why don't you trade personal capital? Things like that. I do trade personal capital. Prop firms are a way to leverage and diversify. You just don't get the same amount of leverage with your personal capital. You know, I'll be more conservative with that, but like with prop firms, you buy an account for, let's say, typically like 150K will cost me an average of like $250 to like $300, right? Then once I have a few of them, like you have a lot more leverage, and you could diversify risk between the different accounts. The swing low into the 15-minute. Like if you know how to play the game, it can be very, very lucrative, you know. That being said, most people don't know how to play the game, which is why I advise like take it slow and like don't blow up again. Don't rush accounts. There are different things we always talk about on here, like, you know, have a system in place. If you're taking 2 trades in a row that are losers, I stop for the day, or at least a session, right? All right, sort of just dipped into here for now. Okay, this doesn't matter anymore to me, but this is going to be interesting. But like the key is like once you have like one funded account, it's just so much easier to get more of them because your mindset is like way more relaxed, and especially like, you know, and that's why it's so much easier to just get like payouts done. It's very psychological. Like a lot of people, I think they just can't stand losing, or they expect to always win, and they keep trying the same trade, and they will themselves onto the market. They're like, no, you have to go up. And then they keep trying, they get wicked out, and they try again. And low probability conditions, right? Like yesterday, I'm sure people probably blew up during this. Like, look at these ugly ass wicks. Tanya, if we have 10 a.m. news, then should we anticipate the silver bullet macro to extend maybe 30 minutes after the news? No. Could happen right at 10. All right, we'll have to see what ends up happening here. DXY is pushing up higher on the hourly. I'm not really such a fan of this DXY action lately. It's so ugly. No one is. Right, what is this? Closed below this yesterday. So you would think like more bearish action, and now it's just coming back up into this daily fair value gap. It's not really doing much here. Ugly, ugly, ugly. What is that? Okay, 4 hour. Like I'm always looking at this. Okay, yeah, liquidity sweep back into the 4 hour, then back lower. Whatever, hit like a daily order block, then back higher, but never broke a structure higher. So this is still bearish on the 4 hour, and the 1 hour. I don't really see this as like any significant liquidity grab on the hourly. Yeah, I think DXY is still bearish overall. I don't know. I think so, because like it broke below this. This was ugly. Playing this like January action was so ugly. I know why. I know this is why ICT always skips January. It's so ugly. It was not easy on this channel. Although, like, I did pass a few evals on here. Like, that's why I would just take it on mostly evals. I was building up evals during January. That's how I mitigate risk, is like I choose whether to trade micros or an eval account instead of a funded. You really want to just go, like, the high probability days are just the high impact days, you know? And also the third week of the month. The third Friday of the month that week. So last week? Yeah, that was my best week ever, actually. So why? Because that's like options expiry week, OPEX. And that's when all the large entities, smart money, etc., they are taking profits or moving positions, etc. So there's more volatility in marketplace, and it's really good for trend traders and reversal traders. 2,800 people watching. Wow. Hit the like. It's free to like. We will be giving away 3 Apex 50K accounts, and probably like towards the end of the 10 o'clock hour, like towards 11-ish, by the end of the silver bullet. Tanya, look at RTH on the 15-minute. Notice a massive gap. That's where NQ is heading. I know, there's like a massive gap on Thursday. I know. You think that's where we're heading? That's where we're heading. Like, there'll be plenty of time and plenty of entries to get there. You know, we definitely filled this opening range gap. It's not the cleanest action here. Like, I enjoy seeing, like, look at the hourly. What the heck? I rather see, like, an hourly close below a low. We haven't seen that. Or an hourly close above a high in a while, if you look at this, right? This wicked. This wicked. This, I don't really count this as, like, such a, like, important swing low because it already balanced. This didn't close below like this. Just hung around. Nothing closed below this. This did not close below this. This is a consolidation market right now. So you don't want to get caught, you know, hurting yourself in this kind of market. I'd really rather, like, like someone said, like, okay, if we're going for this, then there'll be like a close below this, obviously, and then there'll be like an entry somewhere here. Right now, this is pretty difficult. Like, I'm just playing off the 15-minute range here, and the idea that, like, okay, but is today going to be a trend day? It's 9:53. The opening is like here, and we dropped a lot below the open. So I don't think so. I'm not inclined to think like meaning trend day, which means like the low of the day is near the start of the day and the high of the day is at the end. So like Thursday was a good example of that. So it's not going to be an easy day. It's going to be some tomfoolery coming. Someone said this was a manipulation move. Yeah, it's definitely an idea, right? So it's definitely an idea that like came down into this deep discount. What's the hourly? And is now like coming back up higher. We have news in 5 minutes. We'll find out. We do have SMTs around. Right, do we? Look at the 15-minute. Okay. Let me have some coffee. Stay away if you made money, someone says. Made money today. Inner Circle says, what is your largest audience in this live stream? I think like, so YouTube typically like reports around like 300 less, but I've gotten like a screenshot from someone watching on the YouTube, like what you guys see, like 3,600. So it reported it to me as like, yesterday was the largest, 3,350. Crazy. Pretty crazy, you guys. I'm just a 25-year-old woman in her New York City apartment with a webcam. And I have some the same amount of viewership as a prop firm, $1 million prop firm, multi-million-dollar prop firm, which is cool. You know, you don't really need fancy things anyway. Just need a chart in your brain. Bum bum ba-da-dum bum. An occasional Game of Thrones humming, right? I haven't watched that movie. I haven't watched that series in such a long time. I was looking for SMTs here. That's what I was doing. 345? No, that is not an SMT here. ES also took this low. Okay. No, nothing there. I'm not really interested in the move higher here right now. I mean, you could count it as a SMT between YM, I guess. YM is just, like a dog. Sad. Okay, so we dipped it down there. We have news in like 3 minutes. Got bought up quite a lot. Yeah, not really any entry for me anyway to get in here, so I don't really mind. Like, I think I was reading on ICT's community page. He said like something about heavy manipulation in the markets right now. I think yesterday. Let me read that out again. You have to heed the advice, heed the warnings. Just because you can get involved in a move, that doesn't mean like you should, really. So let's see. The market is in a consolidated balanced price range in price on Monday. Nothing is heavily slanted for directional bias, and the range is too small for me to go ballistic. I know large ranges with clean price action is coming. I'm not impatient. I know what I want to trade on, and this is not it. Perfection is a goal to reach for, but be flexible and realizing it will always elude you. As long as you are moving in the right direction, progress will be your measuring stick. Be safe, yeah. But I can say yesterday, I was pretty perfect with my entry and my exit. Like, I had no drawdown pretty much. Wonder if it's like if it closes back above this indicator for higher action. We'll see what this 15-minute does. Market makers are watching ... Lewis says. You know, I noticed that I've had a better time with my stream when I don't put this on and exactly like what I'm gonna do, like that. Like, I'll show my position sizes anyway, but like this is like really just telling everyone exactly what the plan is. If we're gonna delve into that conspiracy a little bit. Remember when like my phone, Siri, just tried to dox me? Oh my god. Okay, 10 a.m. huge move back up. So when we were down here, I'm sure some people were thinking that we were going to go down into that large gap up. You don't have to do that today. Or at all, really. Some gaps don't get filled. You know, people say like not all of them get filled. Not all of them. I mean, they could save that. Like they are engineering a bunch of lows. They could save that for like literally like NFP next week if they want to. Really interesting here. Let me see if there are any SMTs there now. NQ is definitely the stronger sister though. So, what happened? Trace into this like deep discount, fair value gap. Wicked it, did not close below it, right? Came back up into the range. We are again. Someone says, in contrast to 929. I like how thank you for defending me for not being egotistical. It is quite funny though. It's a fine line to walk along when you're under a microscope. It's like, what is confidence? What is arrogance? I don't know. I mean, I think I can objectively say that my trade was pretty perfect yesterday. Objectively. Like, if you watch it, the entry and no drawdown and the exit, like, there was... I can pat myself on the back for that, right? Like, you can't just... I struggle with celebrating wins, never being happy, so... If you're always, like, if you're beating yourself up over your losses and not celebrating your wins, you're gonna, like, put yourself in a psychological chokehold. Okay, so... Yeah, we closed the back above, right? That 15-minute. It's kind of like, I don't know. You can just like watch price here, but to me, it's like when it does something like this. I mean, this is balanced, sure. This closed above. But like, when it does something like this, I anticipate like a large retracement, kind of. Not the best. Doesn't SMT go both ways for NQ and ES? Yeah. Yeah. You have to use SMT for your idea. That's already there. Don't use it for like the starting point of any type of trading plan. YM's just really looking sad. On the 15, on the 5 and the 15. Yeah, the markets are really out of sync today. Like, look at this. YM is here on the 15. She's looking so sad. We have DXY on the 15 again. Whatever, just made a lower high there, and I said we're still bearish. But, you know, what the heck? YM's about to go take out the low again. He has kind of like in the middle, and NQ is like near this high, but like I anticipate this to retrace deeply. I don't really anticipate us to go up here quickly. So that's why I'm not really getting involved here. The reason why is like when you have this like pushback up like that, I don't like that kind of structure. There's not really much like, yeah, you see. So I don't get, just not gonna get involved here. It's not gonna. Wonder what this is. This is like the range that wasn't balanced by that. Came back into the 15-minute here. That fair value gap in here, that's what I said was not balanced, if you can see here. What am I, it's not really that. I guess it's like a 2-minute. Even with that, like, when that sort of move up happens, I've noticed this a few times on this channel, where it just goes like straight up, essentially. It doesn't really balance along the way, then you're gonna have a deep retracement. Why I'm making new lows, that's also a reason why I'm not gonna get involved right now. Rather just watch this. This is now for all those the inverse traders of the world. I wonder if they'll get involved here. The inverse fair value gap traders of the world. Mark it out just to watch it. There's 30 seconds left in this candle. I suppose like this is all balanced here, like the way it painted. But like not, I have to like really be like, okay, I have to get involved like yesterday. Right now I'm not any sort of like, no, you see this is not gonna hold up as an inverse, so this is likely going to come back down into this area again. Especially since like YM taking its low again. ES is not looking good either. ES is already near these lows here. So I could just watch this. That also doesn't mean like I have to short this, right? I can just watch it. But this is what I think. Like down here. Again. We'll find out. We'll find out if ES takes its low again or not. I'm watching some SMT's possibilities, but it's not really looking that good, you know, to get involved. When the indices are all out of sync, DXY is ugly. Yeah, good thing I didn't really get involved here. This here inverted it. But I'll see. I'll still watch. What I'm looking for is some sort of SMT, and there's nothing really for me to get involved. In fact, like, ES just made like an equal low, I think, here. It's a slow. 75, 75. Yeah, to me, this is like gonna get taken out. In my humble opinion. We'll see. There's literally like no, not even like an hourly type of fair value gap to look out for. I guess this one, small. For ES. See like any NWOGs, let's see. Like trading in one right now. There's an NWOG down here. So see ES. ES is a little bit cleaner here than NQ for the downside idea. Did we come here into this volume imbalance? Yeah. Interesting. But like I said, I don't really think, just narrative-wise, that we're gonna have like a larger down move here today. What time is it? 10:11? $15-minute on ES. Imagine ICT being in your live stream. He said maybe in August. So decoupled ES and NQ so far. Yeah, exactly. Like when I look at ES, it looks more like a short, and like NQ looks more like a long. So bleh, not really interested. Just gonna have to sit on your hands. There's gonna be times where it's like so obvious you have to get involved, you know? Those are the times you want to push the button, not now. For me. Looked here, didn't close here. Yeah, you see, like there's no closes above or below any sort of high or low. It's kind of just ugly. It can do whatever, and that's what it is doing. It's kind of just doing whatever and generating liquidity, drawing people in to fake them out later. Tanya, look at the chat. I did. What am I supposed to look at? Tanya, look up. Yeah, I know ICT's been here. He has been here yesterday too. He knows where the ICT kiddies hang around. Oh my god, 3,500 people. What the heck? Welcome. If you're new here, hit the like button. Thank you for being here. We're gonna give out 3 50K accounts at Apex. About maybe 30 minutes-ish. We're just watching. We're reading price. We're not really looking to get too involved here. I mean, I really do think that, you know, your bottom line is determined so much by when you don't take a trade. More than, also, of course, when you do. But like, you know, if you're saving yourself a lot of money by like avoiding losses, that's what in the end helps refine your model so much that your wins end up being much bigger than your losses, right? Yeah, look at ES. She looks sad. She looks sad in relation to NQ that we're looking at. YM's even more sad here. New lows again for a YM. While NQ is going up, it's decoupled market. Not looking good. And ES is just hanging around near its lows. My 10:15 alarm that goes off every day. If you're a regular here, you know what that means. Okay, so really 10 a.m. Think about this. Think about all the people that got like so excited for this. The 10 a.m. news. Buying this to think it's gonna break out up here. They're in a chokehold here. And makes me think that this is not gonna work up to that upside, really. Sorry. Like, maybe it'll take out 930 high, but I don't think it's gonna have much of a range to it. It's up here. Like, I do think that this low is gonna get taken out. Oh, Tanya, fix your line. It's not straight. I'm sorry. Lots of people comment that. That's why I don't really use the trend. Like, you'll see me always using the horizontal ray, okay? This is my favorite, the horizontal ray. Because, you know why? It tells you just one price. If you have the price on here, it'll tell you two of them because there's 2 points, right? Because people draw trend lines. And for this, if you double click on it and you say like example, right? No matter what time frame it is, like it's gonna follow you always. And I put it on the right side, so then always, no matter what time frame I'm on, I don't lose this line here if it's an important line and what it is. This level. So like here, right, pie side. But on like the 15-minute, the 3-minute, the 1 minute, it's all there. Meanwhile, for trend lines, you always have to like drag it. So it just saves me time. If I were like to think like a gun to my head or whatever, like I would think that this is just like a failed pennant, retail pennant. But we'll see. We'll end up just watching this because I'm not in the mood for this. Well, now you have YM creeping back up a little bit. I mean, reclaiming its low. I'm not really interested, honestly. How much have we moved? 50 points? What's the range so far today? You can use like the ruler. 84 points here. Okay. Not too bad. Okay, so now since YM's waking up finally, we are starting to expand higher. Like I said, I'm just watching it. Not really interested too much today. I would have been more interested if like I said, if we just like wicked below this, didn't have such a strong move down here. And if we didn't spend a lot of time like this, I would have been more interested in just going in for longs. So, interesting so far. It is very much just a seek and destroy, like, took out this low, now probably going to take out this high, but not like much more, in my opinion. Like, the move up hasn't been that clean. We'll see. There'll still be plenty of time if there's something else that's decent, but not the best. This was sell side. This got inverted, and then, okay. Just reading price. I was wrong, though. I thought this was going to get taken, so. All good to be wrong. That's why like I didn't take a trade. Like, if it takes a lot to be in a trade, like, so you better be confident in it, right? Because no matter what, like, when you're in the trade, you're going to be questioning it and looking at it from the other side. So if you're already not confident, you're going to mismanage, essentially. Okay, so I took out the 930 high here. ES is in the middle of the range. Why I'm still near its low. It's not really. Still not good action, honestly. I'm just gonna have some coffee. Maybe the afternoon? I don't know. Probably not. Probably still not gonna be good action later. Said he repriced 930 opening range low, repriced to midnight opening price for NQ. This is in striking distance. True, we closed above this, so we shouldn't come back down here. Yeah, the pre-market high. Pretty strong there. So price didn't violate the order block. It mitigated the inverse. That'd be a trade worth considering. Yeah, it's worth considering if you trade inversions, sure. I like to look at them more like a sentiment. So like so here I was like, oh, okay, we'll probably go lower. But then here we closed above and I was like, okay, it's still 50-50 on what price wants to do. But now you had your displacement higher. Shouldn't come back down to here, right? So let's see what ends up happening here. We're dipping into this lower fair value gap here. This looks more like a trade I would take here. So I will try it out. Right, so I came into discount, fair value gap, and a discount from this move up. We shouldn't come back down here for sure. And the take profit would be here. So just watch this. So far it's decent, right? The bodies are staying in the upper half of this. I wouldn't really want like a close below this. Then I'll definitely get stopped. Yeah, so far, you know, decent fill. Haven't really spent any time in drawdown. Chat going crazy, chat going crazy. Tanya, I'm fading Tanya or something. Thing is, like, now, you know, ES has perked up a bit, and YM's back above its low, so it is looking better for longs here, you know, at this moment. DXY, just making a lower high on the 15-minute. Looks decent. So, I had waited during this time for the displacement, now I'm getting involved in here, essentially. And if not, then that's fine. If I get stopped, then that's fine. Risk is managed. But still, we can watch here. Like, the body closed, still pretty much above the 50% of this. Actually, I didn't really draw this that great. It's not the best close right there, so we'll see. All these small-bodied candles hanging around a long time in here, so not the best. So we'll find out. Totally comfortable taking a loss in front of people, and just like yesterday, took a win. Why, like, I'm not getting stopped here yet? Okay. Not yet. It's being very sloppy. I will probably get stopped out, though. Yeah, right there, stopped out. It's fine. It's not... Okay, so right now, we took one loss. And we're gonna send out the Google form for the... How would you say? The giveaway. Okay, that's fine. I wanted, like, a quick move up, so... The market's just not giving that to us today. Yeah. Oh well. Not really much for me to do now here. Okay. The only thing you can do now is just, like, not keep trying and not get chopped up. Let's do this here, Google Forms. Not too bad. I mean, that was pretty much a loss I'd probably take again, honestly, so it's fine. It's pretty ugly there. I can imagine, like, people trying to get back in now and then getting hurt, so definitely not gonna do that. Alright, who's ready for the giveaway? Okay, the rules are you just have to be a subscriber. And you just have to fill out this Google form that I'm going to send out in like 1 minute. After the stream, I do check to see, please no double entries, and must be a subscriber, so. All right. Just gonna make sure I took all my loss. Okay, cool. That trade cost me $730. It's fine. Okay, here we go. Who's ready? Let's send the form out. Honestly, like, I'm not that interested in this anymore. So ugly. It decided to just come back into here, this middle of the range area. Whatever. I'll let other people fight for the pennies. Essentially. Okay, sending out the form now. You just make sure it works. Alright, cool. Ba-da-dum-bum-ba-dum-ba-dum-bum-bum. Yeah, losing day is also a win, someone said. Yeah, if you followed your plan, then you're fine. The area where people go wrong is you still keep trying, and or you reverse yourself, and then like you can see, like I don't know who tried to maybe, you know, let's say I got stopped out, like let's say I was on tilt and then all of a sudden I just sell short here and then, you know, get hurt again. Like that's how you get hurt in these markets. So whatever. I'll let NQ do its NQ thing. And I'll let you guys fill out the form. GG. Yeah, here you go. GG. Yeah. I mean, it's fine. If you, my win yesterday was 1,500 and my loss here is 730, so. If my losers are twice as small as my winners, it's totally good. SMC students are the new retailers of the industry. I think everyone's retail unless you're like... Everyone's a retail trader unless you're like this huge entity, right? I want to donate $100. Okay. There's a donate button. Let the peasants fight for the crumbs. Yeah, Vladan Vronsky says. Exactly. Like, I wanted to get involved in like a fast move up here and then it's not going to do anything. So, pretty much, let the other people fight for the pennies. Which means like, the small rangy moves that ICT calls Mickey Mouse moves, right? I think that's like the funniest thing. Mickey Mouse. And I looked that up. That's on Urban Dictionary. It's like a saying. That's the first time I heard it was in a Shotgun Saturday. And I thought that was so funny. Also, I think it's somewhere in the 2022 mentorship. Literally, if it goes up without me, I don't really care. Just had this nasty, the Wick's doing the damage here. That's nasty. I can watch it though. And what was I gonna say? Let me just review something. Key points. Right. It's my shorter summer thing. Like I've shared a few times on like, how would you say? In here, like my 40, I think it's like 41 pages or so. But I do have like a key points of the 2022 mentorship, which is I basically went through those notes and like I highlighted everything that like the second or third time going through or like with experience, like stuck out to me the most. Anyway, so technicals, you have trade management here, bias and narrative. I think this is really interesting, right? If on the daily swing high takes out a previous high and then the next day's high is lower, then the day after that is looking to go short. And I have a couple of back tested things here showing this took a previous day high, then a lower high, short, right? I know everyone's probably in the comments now asking for this. I will put the link in a minute, but I want to everyone to pay attention first. Okay, trading lunch in the afternoon session. When can you trade lunchtime? Rules for afternoon session. When can you trade lunchtime during a sell stop raid during a retracement? When the market is trading fast/furiously. Makes sense. Like, I think on Thursday is a good example. Right, so today's not a good day to trade lunch. Rules for the afternoon session. What is the daily range trying to do? Is it going to be counter trend or consolidate? Okay. Wait for a stop run in lunch hour. Wait until 1:30 for cleaner price action, because 1:30 typically manipulates. But here, this is what I want to say. The psychology section is good. Yeah, if you get stopped out, it's just one losing trade, not your whole career. Even if you get stopped out like 5 times in a row, literally, you're gonna have like thousands of trades. That's fun. That's a funny one. Shoot for low-hanging fruit. You don't have to need perfect entries. Very true. I like this one. You can be very average on your entries. Focus on the points, not the money. Being consistently profitable is a lot better than clout on the internet. You're gonna miss moves and misinterpret things. That's normal. That's why you have a stop loss. But I like this one. It's like you have to let your stop do the job. What is it? Sometimes the method will end in a loss. That's what your stop is for. Don't think that you'll be right every time, and don't let that deter you from continuing the strategy. Anyway. Yeah, you don't have to make back your loss right away. Have a long-term view. The last few trades do not define you. One single trade does not make or break it. Your career is not going to be even 10 trades and you made it. So you will be in periods where it is very difficult. That is just part of being a trader. It just means you have to take a monetary pause, and that is just a tax on success. Anyway, what did we do here? Nothing. So I'm happy I actually got stopped out quickly, so I didn't have to be in a holding in pain for a while. Anyway, I will share the link. Please give ICT mod so he can leave a pinned comment to say he is here. LOL. I have mods in the chat. I don't even think mods can do pinned comments, right? Can mods do pinned comments? Let them make their own. Don't share yours. Really ICT says really lackluster price delivery so far. Yeah. You know, sharing is caring, but obviously I do say don't rely on notes. But like what I like to do, it's a good summary to have. So I do what I want. This is my channel. I'll share notes if I want to. The fact that that's even controversial in itself is so funny. Yeah, lackluster. It's really ugly. Someone said if you don't know where the liquidity is, then you're the liquidity. Yeah, I think I have that in there too. Pretty funny. Okay, are we ready for the giveaway? Wow, 1,300 responses. It's about to be 10:40. I mean, still lackluster. I think, you know, I'm happy I'm out of the trade. Yes, going towards those equal lows it created. DXY is pushing higher, so it looks like we're not going to reach the buy side. We're generating more liquidity up here for later. Yeah. Doesn't mean I want to get into the sell though. Okay, are we ready? One shot, one kill today? I don't think today's a good day for one shot, one kill, right? Not clean. We're ready? Okay. Do. Create a new spreadsheet. Bum 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 ba-dum ba-dum bum bum. Are you ready for it? Da-da-da. All right. Pull up the random number generator. Okay. Yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy I'm out of that trade. It's so ugly. Oh my god. All right. So, where are we at? Here we go. How many people? A lot. Let's see what the number is on the bottom. More than any other day, right? Okay. 1321. So, the first one is 2. Yeah. 2 to 1321. Okay, our first winner. 226. Is Vitali. Congrats to Vitali Pental. Right? Okay. Our second winner of the Apex 50K, 1152. Someone near the end. Billy. Congrats, Billy, or Bome Pazzo, YouTube username. I will check after to make sure everyone's subscribed and make sure that no duplicate entries. Last winner, 123. That's a cool. Congrats to Daniel, D-Trader Vlog. Congrats. I will be sending out the codes right after the stream finishes pretty much. Congrats. Thanks for coming, everybody. And also thanks for reading price with me. This is definitely the largest today. The largest stream I've had. And also the largest average stream. Like right now it's still like 2-3K people. Trade the lunch macro, target the swing high that made money. Like I said, it's not really the best day to trade lunch macro, in my humble opinion, because it's not like a large range day. There's not like some obvious liquidity, and also, you know, you can see that YM is actually now breaking the low of the day, so indices are still out of sync. DXY is going up higher, so I don't think we're going to target higher. Also, a time that where I'm looking maybe to trade lunch is when 9:30 to 10 takes out major liquidity, like going into an hourly fair value gap or breaking a previous state high or low or previous week high or low. And you know, we didn't do any of that. We just went into like a 15-minute fair value gap. So that's why I was still interested in getting involved here, but it didn't play out. So I'm happy I'm wrong. So can you imagine getting stopped and then like getting involved again and then getting stopped again? That's what you don't want to do. Right? Like I literally got stopped in this candle, right? You gotta control yourself not to, after it like it looks like a larger displacement up, right? You can't just be doing that. That's what I've learned. over the many losses. One-sided AM runs are the best lunch macro setups. Yeah. If it's one-sided and then it leaves like some sort of imbalance that has not been filled on that move down, then it would have been a good lunch macro. Yeah, exactly. Like a fast move in the AM. Or like this day, right? We can look at Thursday. I think that's a decent day. Where the heck is it? Right? Thursday, this is 9:30, right? So trend days, typically the low point is near the open. We barely spent any time here below it. So by the time, like during lunch macro, you sort of know, okay, like we're not going to go back down here. So, and here it closed, took out the highs, retraced. This is 12 a.m. Retraced like into, I believe on the 15, it's cleaner. Yeah, on the 15, it's just cleaner. It rebalanced this 15-minute fair value gap right here to the T. Right, what's this high? 35, what's this low? 35.25. Okay, one tick off. And then, so once you see that, okay, that's now your new intermediate term low. You can get involved in longs there. Right? This was the pullback during lunch that day. And then it closed above a swing high here. Left a fair value gap here. And a discount. Could have gotten involved there, right there. It did reach into it. That's an example of getting involved during lunch. Not today. Today's a totally different story. And this day, had a different narrative to it, where the day before on Wednesday, we took out previous week low. And then NVIDIA had really like stellar earnings and we were gapping up and we were running for a previous week high, right? So there was like a drawn liquidity there. So that's an example. Someone says they should start teaching ICT in American schools. Okay, ICT says he wants 1840. Okay, we can watch it. That's quite the move up there. Okay, it's about to be 1050 to 1110 macro. So let's see if it goes for it. Andrew Tate asking me some personal medical history questions. Stefan TCA, when is the risk management video coming out? Really good question. It is like second on my list of videos to come out, so I'm like have a presentation for it, so hopefully by tomorrow night. I don't know. So this is what I would think would happen. Maybe it retraces into this discount again for higher. I mean, it took this out though. I'll just watch it because I don't really. Hi Tanya, passed my evals today. Thank you for using my code. Love you, girl. Oh, bow bow. Oh, cool. Congrats on passing your evals. Oh yeah, yesterday was it yesterday? No, it was Sunday night. I was hanging out in a different live stream. I mean, a different YouTuber's live stream. She doesn't. I think she does like end of week charting. Trade with Jess. She's a smaller YouTuber. I support her. I like her content. She's just not an ICT trader, but you know, I'm supporting her journey. And I was like, yeah, I'm buying some like last minute Apex eval accounts. And someone in the chat was like, please use my code. And I was like, okay, ask and you shall receive. Congrats if you passed an eval today. Today is not an easy day to pass an eval, so I took a loss right here. So congrats. Impressive. You know, really, really ugly. ES looks like a straight up barcode. That's why I'm not really getting involved anymore. No thanks. It's really seek and destroy. It's like higher high, lower low, made a mid, you know, highest middle, lower low, higher high. Be funny if we take out this now. I'm not gonna get involved in that one. ES took equal lows and shot up. I do see that, but like, it's not really that impressive to me the way it shot up, and YM is still below its low of day. Pretty much around there. You Tanya trades, you take a London trade today. It was clear as my face. Faz. 83 ticks. No, I don't trade London or else I already have bad sleep. So I already don't get enough sleep. So if I were to trade London, if I start trading London and posting on Twitter, you know, tell me to seek help, please. Like, tell me like to stop. Because that would be an issue. Because I already spent too much time on charts. I'd rather just miss the London move. There have been times when I put like a buy limit or something and it gets hit, but I don't even do that too much anymore. We had an exaggerated drop into 9:30 to Monday midnight opening price. Note the multiple sell stop raids since on 1 minute. Where is it smooth? Okay. It's not really smooth anywhere to me. Literally down here. I guess here. Note the, what did he say on this? Note the sell side or this? Do you want to know me? Where is it still smooth? Oh, okay. Where is it still smooth? You know, up here. If you look at the 15-minute, these are also equal highs. Right? This one at 10:15 didn't take this out at 8:45. What's this? High 32.75. The high is 32.5 here. Yeah, this is still smooth here. Okay, this, yeah. Sometimes I'll see it better on the 15. Raid, intermediate term low. This should create a higher low. You know, this is the fair value gap and discount here. I'll just read price without getting involved, but it did come back here in the fair value gap in the discount zone. I don't think I need this one anymore. Because I'm not getting involved because it's still low probability conditions to me. So we'll see if this gets bought up and gets towards here or not. Right, because you do have this like swing high before the low as well. That lines up with that. So if it's going to be any good, it should like start higher. Like it shouldn't spend time in here. That would be the trade idea. Fair value gap lined up with this little breaker here towards this. Probably put my stop here where this old low was. Below the fair value gap, below this swing high. Okay, so that's a decent reaction there. So let's see if it hits it by 11:10. Tanya, do you mostly trade micros or minis on these prop firms? Do you approach them conservative or aggressive? I'll do minis and I'll do aggressive. DXY is going lower now, so that is a plus. Greetings from Indonesia. Where is he? Mr. PO3, where is he? I don't think he is. Unless he made a new account. Yeah, not really a fan of how these are like small-bodied candles. And getting rejected here. This is like signs of this like high resistance liquidity run. I don't know what that's gonna do. That's why I'm not in it. It could very well like come back into here again, or it can displace higher, but the fact is like it didn't invert this. I would have liked a faster move up here instead of like this was a nice being bought up pretty nicely, but the way price is reacting now here, it's not like particularly bullish. So that's why. So if I were in the long, I'd probably just cut it there. for a small profit or whatever, but I'm not in anything right now. All right, price can go up or can go down. Things tiny. Yeah, exactly. It's like, to me, it's 50-50. So I'm not in a trade. You don't have to trade every single range. It can go up, down, or sideways. Don't forget that. Don't forget. Someone's Average Joe trades as poop PA today. Yeah. Exactly. But thanks for hanging out in the range with me. Please, how do you determine daily bias? Yeah, people have asked for that video as well. Experience. Whether or not it closes above or below a high or low. High or low, not high or low. Whether or not it closes body close above or below an imbalance, fair value gap on the daily. Where is the buy side liquidity? Has there been major sell side taken, buy side taken? You know, lots of things to take into account. I mean, it's in my notes that I shared. Right. Let me see. Flip a coin, but yeah, he says flip a coin. Bias and narrative section. Keep your perspective limited to 5-day time horizon. Don't try to predict more than a week in advance. I'll have like my alert here while we look at that. And here. So far, honestly happy I didn't get involved in this trade because nothing for like 7 minutes. So looks lethargic. Okay. Once consolidation happens on the daily chart, makes it hard to form bias. That's basically where we are right now. So when that happens, you look at smaller time frames and you look for liquidity pools like we did using 15-minute fair value gaps hourly, and be a lot more nimble, which was basically what I did yesterday. And like today, right? You have to be nimble. You can't really overstay in a trade or else high resistance liquidity runs, they will come for your stop. I talk about this often, use SMT divergence to confirm the idea. Energetic candles, a lot of stuff. You know, read this. Show up every day. That's how you find bias. You have to internalize like what the market's price action is like. Here you go. If you can easily communicate a bullish stance and it's really hard to stretch it for bearish, then it's high probability. If you think it can go either way and you enter a trade anyway, you will regret it later. So I've felt that, made that mistake many times. Where it's like, oh, I'll enter just to see. It looks like it could go there. And okay, I stopped out. Yeah, I like to refer to my notes because it's good when you are feeling unsure or need to look up a specific concept or idea, or just like need a refresher. Okay, I'm gonna put that link in again because people are gonna ask. Okay, so you guys like how we read this, right? Lack of energetic displacement here, all these small body candles slowly retracing, and it was showing us that this was not any rush to get anywhere either, so. And now it's like closing below this fair value gap and likely gonna go for here. So we can watch that happen. But by 11:10. So seek and destroy day. You know, higher high, lower low, higher high. Now let's see if it will do another lower low or what. Does this mean I need to get involved in it? Judas Joe, did you study TCM? Is it FEG useless once it is totally mitigated? No, because it can come back to the middle of it, that range. And also it can invert it later. Wow, that is funny. Music perpetual. I really don't think you are a woman if you make a comment like that. Funny. I should ask Patrick, do people make comments on his weight? Probably not. But it doesn't matter to me. I'm actually quite thin. I'm trying to gain muscle for my ACL, but I'm very thin, so nice try there, troll. I think they clear 1840, then 16. ICT says, I think they clear 1840.5, then 1863 before close. Yeah, before the close. Not now though, but yeah. I'm definitely gonna keep up these levels, equal highs here. Pre-market high, buy side here from, what did he say exactly? 63. That's probably this one, right? Maybe I don't have it correctly. Okay. Yeah. How tall are you? Tanya Trades. Go on my Instagram, you can see how tall I am there. I played volleyball and basketball in high school, so I'm pretty taller than average. Okay, never mind, Judas Joe. Crude? ICT's looking at crude recently. He likes 78.92. Let's check out crude oil futures. Real quick. 78.92. Right, you know, Kit was right. He was saying even Monday he was bullish on crude. Wow. He was saying on Monday at like 8:30 that he was bullish on crude. Shout out to Kit. Okay, what do you say? 78.92. I think that's Vinny, Skinny Bo Binny trying to come in here and troll me, which is funny. Nice try, I guess. Okay, so yeah, so you're thinking previous week high. Okay. And also that is like an equal high to this one. Pretty similar. Yeah. Everything is in a muddy structure, yeah. So, crude oil. Trend day, pretty much. Yeah, crude oil looks better. Look at that, like how 930 just came back into this previous high. It broke above with fair value gap and spent very little time below 930 low. None at all. And it's grinding up. Okay. So let's check out NQ. What's I see here. Happy that I did not get involved in that trade. Either way, right? It's just no rush to get anywhere. Like, even though I said the long is not viable anymore, pretty much here, right? And inverted this, and it's likely going, you know, lower. Doesn't mean it's in any rush to get anywhere. It's really ugly. You know, ES, straight up barcoding. So if today, like, you took a loss, it's totally fine. Don't beat yourself up about it. Just, like, make sure you're not, you know, getting yourself hurt. Right? Look, this is ES. It's ugly. 5-minute even barcode on the 15. So just keep your losses controlled. Control what you can control. You can control your risk. You can control whether you get involved in a trade. You can control your actions after the trade. And that's all you can do. So it's 11:13. I hope everyone stayed safe today. Thanks for coming. We had fun doing the giveaways, and feel free to check out my other videos. I will be putting out some more about risk management, etc., how to trade prop firms. Keep on the lookout. Tomorrow I'm going to announce more about that webinar I was talking about for futures, how to get involved in them. Futures, introduction to futures webinar, essentially. So yeah, stay safe, everyone, and I'll see you back here tomorrow at 9:15 a.m. Thank you, and see ya.